Okay, now I'm making a second video on Saturday morning, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, because of what happened since the first one. It's about 9:30 now. I guess it's about a half hour or so after I made the other one. You can tell by the date clips, time clips that are on them. And I'm going to make this one because I went to my room, I got the water, which I have to see. I have a routine I have to go through. The first thing I do when I get up, if I have a little dry throat or I think I'm not hydrated enough, I'll try to drink a quart of water or enough water to hydrate myself. Look at our YouTube video about how not to get a cold and you'll learn more about that. And then this is what I ended up scrounging for myself for breakfast. And I have a problem. On the way back, I got my blood pressure checked. It was 171 over 137, and then we waited a few minutes and did it 174 over 93, and my pulse rate was much too high for me. And I don't know if it's because I was frustrated because of the whole thing or if it's because I didn't have enough potassium-sodium balance yesterday. What I want to do is get the food right and do that for a week. And then when I have that for a week coming right, be checking the blood pressure to see where it is. And then I do want Coreg. I would like to take Coreg this morning before I do much else. And I'll be okay. I can adjust myself. I can always make accommodations, reasonable accommodations for these people who are trying to, intentionally or unintentionally, they're trying to kill me because that's what they're doing. And we'll go into that another way. But this is not the breakfast that I want. I said what the breakfast I want is. And I took the bacon and I wrapped it up, most of it. I'll eat a little piece of bacon. I got these eggs I'll eat. Since my blood pressure is high anyway, I'll just eat what is here. And I'll eat this stuff, but this is nowhere near enough potassium, even if I add this banana, to compensate for the salt that would have been in the bacon. And so I gotta keep that right. I know what that is. That is a constant fact in my life. And it is one in your life. And the reason you're going to end up in a nursing home on dialysis for the rest of your life is because you don't concern yourself with your sodium, potassium balance first, and then go to the other issues. There's all these other issues. I can show you things that are wrong about everything that I can tell that is taught about nutrition, and I can show you things that are right that aren't taught. And I can be wrong. I often am wrong. I don't know everything, but I know what I know. I've studied it, and I've often had to change myself and repent and say, I thought that was true because that's what they told me. And when I looked into it, it seemed so true, but now it's not true. Now this salad dressing doesn't have the dyes in it that I don't eat. But it has soybean oil, and I don't use soybean oil. I don't take anything from soybeans. So it's almost impossible to find something that they produce that isn't got something in it that's no good. If they didn't have soybean oil in this, I would be happy to use it. Or preferably make my own. I always make my own. I do it myself, so I know what's in it from ingredients, scratch. And then I don't always know what's in it because sometimes what it says on the label or what you think it is isn't what it is. And I can't do it perfectly, but I can do it well enough to accomplish one thing. I can accomplish what I can accomplish in my own ability. If I don't drink this water, I'm going to have a cold. I have fermented cod liver oil, which I had here. I brought it here to use it every day because I don't take a flu shot. I use certain other things from around the world that are my flu shot. Every day I take fermented cod liver oil. Every day I take coconut oil. I take skate oil. I take a combination of these things that helps me not to get a flu. And for long, 1,000, 2,000 years before people had flu shots, they had this fermented cod liver oil. And somehow or another we made it. And one of the reasons we made it is some people were eating this cod livers or the cod liver oil, or these things that have been fermented and not preserved outside of fermentation. And so everywhere. Now, I've got to watch that I don't end up with gout from eating too much spinach. the cucumber's fine, but there's not enough of it, and it's not sharp. It's made in a way that I'm likely to ruin my teeth trying to eat it, and I don't want to ruin my teeth. So I'm gonna. Why am I making this video? Because they came up here while I went to the room to get the water that I have to drink before I can eat. They won't let me take the food to the room. I'm supposed to be able to take it there, but until they did things that created a problem that they're trying to blame on me, and I have it all documented. You can go to the other videos on YouTube and see them. There's one they told me I had to take it off because they said it was pictures of other patients here that didn't have permission for them to put on it. And it was a lie. When I looked at the video, finally, there is no patients on it. And if there's any video that I have on YouTube with other persons on it, just besides things and myself, then I wish someone would let me know so we can temporarily postpone that. All that evidence is out there. It's evidence in the court case that I'm about to present. It's going to be put together in a documentary to try to teach human beings that how to do a better job of taking care of themselves. And if we can do it right, the way we would like to do it, we're not going to have to pay money to do it. Now, I like to come into this front room if I can and open these blinds and sit in the sun. Why? Because I want vitamin D. And I don't know if you can get vitamin D by sitting inside a room where there's a glass between you and the sun. I don't know if that glass will prevent the vitamin D thing from happening. I do know that the vitamin D you get from the sun in this part of the world is not what they teach you in school. It is not correct. It's correct if you're in the equator. It's correct if you're in the tropics. It's not correct if you're in this zone, which is New York, the northern areas. It just there's not enough sunlight most of the year to give you vitamin D. And when they say they put vitamin D in the milk, it's another scam. That's a poison. It's not vitamin D. It's something unnatural that they call vitamin D because they can tell you that and make money giving it to you. It's banned in the rest of the world except the United States. Well, that's not a true statement, but most of the world. You can't sell American milk, not because of the vitamin D, but because of some other things that have to do with it, that it's against the law to drink our milk in other countries, and it's against the law to drink the right milk that God wants us to drink in this country. Now, go to our other videos and check it out and see, and you'll understand. Now, because I know what my blood pressure is, but I haven't gotten my blood pressure medicine, I'm going to eat most of this because I'm trying to go today out at 1 o'clock to my apartment. Now, I think they're going to try and keep me from going. That's because I asked them to give me in writing a statement that I can go, which they don't realize they did, but they did. And then they asked me to sign it as a contract, that they wanted me to agree to certain things that I'm not have to agree to. If I don't agree to them, I don't have to do them. I'm not a dog, I'm not a cow, but they're treating me like a dog and a cow, a chattel of theirs, and they're treating me like I have to do what they want, otherwise they will abuse me, and they're penalizing me. They're giving me retribution because they don't like the fact that I'm not a placid, compliant dog. And the reason I'm not that is because what they're doing is wrong. Not what I'm doing is wrong. They took me sent me to the ER. They had me diagnosed incorrectly as a schizophrenic. I'm not a schizophrenic, but you would be schizophrenic if you had to go through what I've been going through. Now I'm going to stop this. This is endyourschurch@gmail.com. And the other one is poor4trump@gmail.com, spelt out in words. And you can go on poor4trump, POORFORTRUMPAT, and then TRUMP@ATGMAIL.wordpress.com. You can go to endyourschurch.wordpress.com, and you can try. I'm trying to figure out how to do this hashtag things. I think I did a hashtag with yours and with End Yours and with End Yours Church, but I don't know if I know how to do it, so I don't know if it's right. But we're going to end that disease of yours. If God is, and you have to do with what we're doing, we're going to get enough money by suing people in this country who are doing things wrong and proving they're doing it wrong and making the things be changed here, so instead of hurting people, they're helping them. And then we're going to take the money and use it to do something like end the disease of yaws. And the only reason that yaws isn't ended, and it should be, is because nobody cared about ending it. Once all the white people thought they would no longer get it, and once the rich world concerned themselves that they didn't have to worry about it anymore, after that, they stopped doing it. And they left it linger in the black areas, the non-white areas, and little bits. They said, oh, well, we finished it, but we got it knocked down, but they let it linger and linger and linger. So, but if you saw the disease, what it is, and you can do it by looking at some of our sites, some of our videos, if you understood the truth, you wouldn't agree with the way it's happening. So we need to do something to get it so that the way things are happening have a lot more to do with correct facts and truth than with our opinions. Thank you. I'm going to sign off now, and you can send an email to poorfortrump@gmail.com and get a reply. We pay people to be in our church. We pay people to be in our political party. That's the way we do it. We don't ask them to give us money. We don't want to get rich. Nobody who works in our organization gets a salary. They either do it as a volunteer, and everyone does it part-time, and everyone in our organization does something part-time to help. And some of the people help by just being someone who has a need that someone else can provide. But then those people can also do something for the ones providing for them. We are egalitarian. We're not communist. We're not socialist. We are Christian. And we believe in a profitable ventures. But you come to our church and we will give you money. We won't promise you how much and when and why. You will become richer and richer the more you're involved with our church and our political activities as we improve the world and make life better for the persons who can't make it better for themselves, the poor, who are being abused by the rich, who are being raped and mistreated by the rich, and all these elitists and Democratic Party who have millions and millions of dollars and act like they're wonderful, and then they put in these politicians who get rich, like Hillary Clinton, by being a politician. What did Hillary and Billary Clinton do to have millions of dollars? They became politicians and they said, give us your money and we will make life better for you. Well, they've been doing that for 4,000 years, because I don't think the world is millions of years old, or they've been doing it for millions of years if you believe their lies about evolution, and they haven't succeeded yet. And when they fix one thing, they make two more problems. So that's got to come to an end. And who's going to end it? We are going to end it, because we don't want to get money for running in the government. We don't want to get money for preaching to you. We want to give you money and make you richer and make your life better. But a lot of persons don't want their lives better. They want to be a dog or a cow and have everyone take care of them. But a dog or a dog eventually dies, and a cow eventually gets its milk taken or it gets executed so we can eat it. And the cow meat that you eat is rotten. Go look at our food videos. We'll talk about it again later or tomorrow. Thank you.